Hello, this is my demo for my project on a domain-specific language for 3D modeling, which is comprised of two parts, with the implementation of the scripting language, which I've called ModelScript, and the C++ library powering that language, which is implemented using the OpenGL graphics library. First, I want to demonstrate what the script was intended to do. Here I have programmatically defined a model in C++. So here I create a wall from a box object, a box primitive. We parent it to the room, set its color, set its scale, translate it, and we repeat this process for all 5 walls. Then once we have a room, we can iteratively instantiate this to create a floor and instantiate the floors to create multiple stories and uh, end up with a house. So I'll run this. Right, and we have 3 floors, or 3 rooms per floor, 2 stories. The beauty of procedural modeling is that we can easily change these parameters without any extra work. So we can increase this height to say 5. And let me let that compile. Right. And now we have a 5-story building. Right. So that was what the language was intended to be able to achieve. Unfortunately, we weren't able to implement all of these features. Currently, can only instantiate primitive meshes. So here's an example program. We define a model by using the model keyword and providing it a name. And inside this block, we can instantiate meshes, such as a box, cylinder, and sphere. And this is all that's currently implemented. So let me demonstrate this. Right. Right. And here we have all of the meshes instantiated. We can't translate them, so they're all in the same place. This is the cylinder on the outside, the sphere, and there is a cube inside here if we look inside. And this is the abstract syntax tree that it generated. When we parse this script, I'm using the PEGTL library for C++, the parsing expression grammar template library. And it's quite different from Haskell's parsec, but it works on the same principles. For example, if we want to parse a function, we'll consume the function name and a parameter list. And this library has tools to create a syntax tree. So that's what we saw here. This is the root node. There are some issues with the model blocks getting added to the tree when they're not desired, but we can see here is a pointer to the first model block, and we have the box, cylinder, and sphere inside of here. And in the second block, we have just the sphere. So it's correctly organized into tree hierarchy. And we interpret this very simply. We just look at the string of the token and execute, call on the library functions that we've defined for this. And currently only instantiation of meshes is implemented. But we had planned to implement a lot more features. This is the same house model defined in ModelScript that we saw in C++ here. So this is pretty lengthy in C++. In ModelScript, it's a lot more concise and easier to read. We have number types here, which are floats under the hood, but they can be treated as integers. And we merged the two just for simplicity. And we can instantiate our meshes translate them, color them, and we have simple control structures for uh, instantiating, iteratively instantiating and translating or transforming the models.